Hello, Speedrun. This is going to be... And our runners appear to be going off. So, ZFG... So... I'm not going to root for anybody, but I hope that both the runners end up behind, hope the runners end up with a 1 second lead at the end, which would make it very interesting. But
I'm also here, by the way.
Yeah. So my name is Glitchymon. I'm a speedrunner for OoT 100%, and this is GT Angel, a commentator for Randomizer community, for the OoT Randomizer. So
yeah, I've done lots of ZSR commentary, a couple of races. So yeah, this is pretty exciting though, getting to see ZFG and Marco race.
Of course, that's one of a great cause as well.
Yep. Hope they get a seed that lets us see a lot of fun stuff.
I'm hoping for all dungeons 50 skulls. I'm pretty sure at that point it's going to come down to execution as opposed to routing. So ZFG, unfortunately, just taking the time to read the sign there.
Those sign boxes are absurd.
Oh, the Rudo's letter, that's a pretty good pickup. The Goron bracelet, is this a Plando? A Bloopy, and an ice trap. Wow. That's pretty nuts.
That's a really nice start, though.
Oh yeah, that's a really good lead, but Widow's Letter is kind of a interesting early item, to say the least. It's in Sphere 0. And what Sphere 0 is it's an item you can get without needing any other randomized items to be required, so...
You can think of the spheres as like everything in the center sphere is available immediately, everything after that requires the center sphere, everything after that requires the next one, and so on and so forth.
So, for example, bombing a bombable grotto with bombs is sphere 1, and then getting an item from that bombable grotto. So, for example, if you get blue fire, well, it's just more of an odd case, but let's just say you find a bottle that you need to get a big Po from getting the item in that bottle grotto. That'd be sphere 2. So it goes to bomb, bottle grotto. But anyways, so right now Marco is deciding to go into the Deku Tree while ZFG appears to be going to the castle. Lake Harley appears to be way the hero.
So I want to ask, what rule set are these runners playing on? Because I noticed Marco doing some ISG to farm stick.
It's mostly anything goes for the rule set currently. It's glitched rando. It's not accessible. So they are going to be using glitches. So Kikiri...
Go ahead.
So Kikiri Forest is on the way to the hero, so that means either the Goron bracelet or the Rudo's letter is going to be required, and more than likely...
there's one grotto in there they haven't gotten to yet.
Of course, but...
Probably not it.
I'd say, until we see that grotto, I'm going to personally assume either the Rudo's letter or the Goron bracelet is going to be way of the hero, because that way of the hero could be bait, and in the logic, you need Goron bracelet to beat Shadow Temple. So if Shadow Temple's on the list, that's the way of the hero. But you never know.
Yeah, there's a lot of places that require strength in terms of logic that can be skipped. Like, I know Fire Temple can require it, Forest Temple requires it, but I think you can get through that. Yeah, you can get through that with glitches.
Yeah, so we're just thinking in terms of logic here. So it looks like ZFG is currently stealing my standard randomizer route, unfortunately. Props to him. And
steal from good players.
Yep. 30 gold skulls is dead. Ocarina of Time teaches Epona song that could be all dungeons. Big Pose is a heart container. And And the fourth hint means... Oh. Beanstalk in the desert leads to a slingshot, so... More than likely, that's not really going to be required because it only locks you behind one check.
Well, I think we just saw Marco pick up a slingshot.
Oh, really? Yeah, well, that's my bad then. Alright. ZFG going... Reading that pretty fast. Didn't even take much time to read it, just scroll by it. It works.
I think if you scroll by it, when you open your pause menu and you press A, you can see what they are.
Yeah, that's true. I usually just take some time to write it down, or just note it in my head. I usually always read the stones, but not the medallions. Bad habit. And ZFG doing the exact same thing. So I'm just gonna assume he's gonna look in his pause menu. Yep, that's exactly what he's doing.
So it looks like the stones are fire and Jabu, and start with a stone.
Yeah, so
forest medallion is water, which is...
Yeah, that's always a great dungeon to have. Blocked by multiple items.
Yeah, so the forest medallion matters the most because when you complete that, you get to do the prelude check, which gives you a song.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, that Ruto's letter looking a little bit more baity with the stone Jabu.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one of the things in randomizers. When you get items like that that open up sections of the world that are locked off otherwise, it doesn't feel good. It just feels bad because you're like, now there's something else that I'm gonna have to forget or not go to and then find out later it was needed or waste time on. Like, it can feel rough whenever a seed starts you off with very little, but it's kind of keeps you on point. It's when the seed opens up that you have kind of more opportunities to make mistakes.
Definitely. Definitely. You can get Ruto's letter a very big bait item. That's entirely possible. So right now, ZFG appears to be going through adult CAC while Marco is still in the Decker tree. So far, it doesn't look like you really found anything too great.
Yeah, I noticed that the slingshot was in here, which does open up one check, but I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, nothing really major. Then ZFG taking time to buy a shield.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, how terrible. Actually needing a shield for glitches, SMH. Because in Glitch Rando, having a shield is very different versus Glitchless. In the accessible rule set, you can go a very long time without a shield safely without losing too much time. In Glitch Rando, though, it really makes a difference. So, for example, if you get early bombs and you don't have a shield, you're kind of screwed. You're going to be losing minutes from not having a shield. And speaking of bombs, ZFG just found Choose in the Kakariko Grotto.
So Choose are convenient. This is done in the tournament settings though, right? I think?
I'm not completely sure, but I do know that it's either tournament or weekly or brackets.
So the Choose are considered not in logic, so they're kind of out of logic tricks that you...
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did not enable Choose in logic. That would be pretty awful. And
also, ZFG picking up Minuet, and right earlier he showed us that fire is barren. So you can get through the fire temple as fast as possible. You don't have to spend any time in there looking for any items. So why don't we talk a little bit about the runners doing their different routes. Marco doing DQ tree immediately, and ZFG going to adult.
Yeah, it's basically a standard route if you...
Oh god.
ZFG getting the really lucky ice trap. So, you can either, in the glitched rule set, it's much easier to do Deku Tree first, because you can do ISG to get more sticks and save yourself from farming rupees. So, it's just a general route split. It's usually beat Deku Tree, then get ZL, and then go further than a child or go into adult. So I'm thinking Marco is probably going to go for ZL, and then depending on what he finds on ZL, he's going to either go for the other 2 songs on child or go straight adult. And he'll be where Zfg is at, and he's gonna get those bomb shoes.
Yeah, we did see him take the detour to go look at the hint stones, though.
Yep.
Can be very powerful.
And Zfg is currently doing the Dampe race. I'd appreciate... I wonder what the Dampe race time is going to be. Gee, I wonder what it's going to be. I wonder if I can see any guesses in chat. Might be a good idea.
I'm gonna guess 51. Do you have a guess?
50. I'm probably gonna be 1 second off. Oh.
Oh, you got it perfect.
Dang.
But there's another race that you gotta do. So what's the time gonna be on this one?
Oh boy, what's ZFG's timing to be on this race? I can't wait to find out. My guess off the bat is 49.
Oh, that was gonna be my guess. I'll take a 48 then.
Well, I want to win.
In the meantime, it looks like Marco... did he do... I think he did... Did he do the ZL check? I kind of zoned out paying attention to ZFG.
He wouldn't have had time to do a ZL check.
Yeah, so one of the things that early DQ does, it does set your time to noon. So it can mess up time of day.
Marco just found bomb juice. It's really lucky.
Why does that lady have bomb shoes? Why does she give them to whoever shows her dog? That's
Good
dangerous.
Question. Not sure. Well, ZFG got a 47. Good Dampe race. And he got a bloopy as his reward. ZFG is so lucky. Dampe's so nice to him.
Yeah, he has only positive memories of Dampe.
I don't know about that. And ZFG opting to play Minuet to get the free song, since he does have explosives to do a little more searching for the adult.
Ooh, and it pays off with a good song.
Ooh, ZL. And
we also see Graveyard Way of the Hero from Marco's stream.
Yeah, I was gonna mention that. Yeah, I was gonna mention that, and ZFG is probably going to go through Goron City to get Bolero, because he can do a Mega Flip in this rule set. And he can also get a few items along the way that may be useful. But the biggest issue is his bomb shoes are very limited. So he has to be careful of how many glitches he uses and how many Hesses he can do.
Yeah, because 40 Skulls is dead.
Yep. And
yeah, the thing with...
Bigoron is garbage. So Bigoron is a purple rupee, so they will not be doing the Bigoron sword trading quest.
Man just wants his eye drops.
I know, but he has to pay more, so... Quite unfortunate. Random players are really demanding.
Yeah, we're all like, gotta go fast, you gotta give me an item.
Yep.
But ZFG taking a break to chill out, you know.
Yep. And Marco is opting to go straight adult. That's a good move on him, even though he found bomb shoes. And ZFG probably not doing the nut dupe, because if you find a strength upgrade here, you can duplicate it. I believe it does work in Randomizer.
It's interesting.
Yeah, but I think you actually need hookshot to do that trick, so it might not be possible.
Oh, we got the best foolish hint. Haunted Wasteland is foolish.
Haunted Wasteland has one item and it's not useful. Thank goodness. And ZFG doing some very strange movement. Yeah, just hugging the wall a little bit.
It's not like he plays this game regularly or anything.
Fire Temple is a foolish choice. No deep fire.
Yeah, it's interesting. We don't have any really strong direction right now. Like, we don't have hookshot or bow and arrow.
But it does look like ZFG is heading immediately to Ice Cavern, because it is currently in Logic. Or going down the river and then to Ice Cavern. I wouldn't blame him. Because that Ruto's letter could be way to hero, so clipping into Zora's Domain might be a good idea. And then Zora's Fountain.
And you get a song out of it, which is useful.
It might be required, but English Randu, you really don't need that many songs. And also ZFG remembering he does not have the hookshot and having to do the walk back of shame. It looks like Nocturne was on ZL. I might have missed that. Trying to keep up.
Well, that's convenient for getting around at least. I know Inaccessible it's the only way into Shadow Temple, but there's some other ways up there for glitching.
Oh yeah, that's why it's not really required, but it's a really good song to have for overworld travel.
Yeah, it's a pretty central location.
And ZFG hopefully does not fall here, trying to get in. Okay.
It is really sad when you fall.
There's the OoT hint again. And looks like Marco is doing Marco is currently doing the damping race. Please put your bets in. What time is he gonna get? I'm personally betting a 51 at this point.
I'll bet 50.
Are you just gonna go one lower than me each time?
Hey, I was one above you the first time.
Oh, well, I wasn't paying attention. Might be. And ZFG playing Minuet. This is a weird move. I don't like this move. This is a very strange move.
Yeah, I guess he just wanted to do the river, but...
Because he's definitely skipping out on a possible way the hero check he could be grabbing. Even if he can't get the Skulltulas in Ice Cavern, he can still get the song. Although he is missing a bottle, so he would have to damage boost into the chest to get them, so that might be on me.
So ZFG just might be going over to the Goron City area then, if he's coming back here.
Yeah. Because personally, what I would do if I didn't have a bottle in Ice Cavern is I would ideally want to have explosives, so bombs or chews. The main issue with ZFG's chew count is it's too low to do Ice Cavern and do a lot of stuff after. Like, sure you can scum those chews, but it's probably not going to be a good idea. ZFG scaring Goron away, apparently. Poor guy.
I didn't see the first race from Marco, but his second one was a 47.
Dang, that's pretty good. ZFG hopefully not dying to the Goron. Okay.
I mean, he's scary. He rolls fast.
He only does a quarter heart though.
Oh yeah, he's small. And another bloopy.
Yep, bloopy. And Marco is currently just entering adult now.
And yeah, to kind of explain the chew thing, by the way, chews are not considered in logic with the settings, so the chews you get are all you have.
Yep.
Can't go get more chews until you pick up regular bombs.
Yeah, that's a major issue. So, and ZFG also opting to grab hearts, checking the crater, and doing a mega side up here most likely. Or a mega flip. Mega flip works too. Oh, Song of Storms. It's not really too useful in glitched rando, but in glitchless, like, it's really useful.
Yeah, it does open up the 2 grottos. I don't think there's another way to get there in glitch.
And what? And ZFG is currently not opting to go get the other checks. He's immediately, I think he's going to Ice Cavern. I think he's going back there.
It's a little strange. Maybe he's checking the Kokiri Forest grotto.
Wait a minute.
Worried about that way of the hero?
Yeah, maybe. That's probably what he's doing, yeah. Yeah, because I'm just wondering, like, what's on his mind right now. Like, what's the... Like, what's his game plan here? Because he has pretty low bomb chews right now. Oh!
Well, speaking of bomb chews...
Oh, yeah, that... Well, speaking of bomb chews, that's not a way to hero, but...
But it is useful.
Him. Yeah, it is useful, and I would definitely consider hitting Ice Cavern now if I have these amount of chews, but...
Yeah, because now you know for sure that either strength or the letter is way of the hero required.
Definitely, so DC or Ice Cavern would be good options right now.
To be fair, Spirit's a medallion, so there's a really good chance that one of the strengths is strength locked. And then that would be your way of the hero for the bracelet.
Yeah. And this grotto we have not seen yet, and this is a shield. Well, I think he probably should have bought the shield anyway.
Yeah, I mean, he already used the shield once for a mega flip, so...
Alright, by the way, this spot is really hard to... That's really hard to hit with your sword, so... It's very easy to waste chews in the bubble wall CFG was just at.
I think he missed it with his sword, but nutted it. And that was it.
No, he hit with his sword, pretty sure. Oh, Silver Gauntlets on ZFG's side, that's pretty good, and looks like Marco is going to get the same thing.
And that puts a little bit more of a chance that the letters required way the hero.
And ZFG currently waiting on time of day for the egg he got from Malon, which may help him out when running child section, because he only has, because he can basically, I'm pretty sure with the current settings he can go do guards at any time because you have guard skip enabled.
Yeah.
So it's nighttime or daytime. I could be wrong though.
No, you're right. That's actually one of the reasons that they changed that setting in the weeklies and stuff. Is because normally you can't do it at night, so it opens up some routing to let you do it at night with the guard skip.
Yeah.
And yeah, part of the reason that ZFG had to wait there is because finishing the dungeon sets time of day, so he wouldn't get the change from night to day if he didn't wait.
And ZFG saving some bomb chews by using his Goron bracelet.
Yep. Bomb chews are important. You gotta save them.
Finally understanding his true calling to speedrun OoT 3D. I don't think anybody's gonna get that joke. Because Goron bracelet.
Anyway, both runners are in Dodongo's cavern now, so ZFG just a little bit ahead. Picking up a bloopy there. So if we don't find anything here, I like your idea of going to Ice Cavern, especially with that second strength. That means that either the gold gauntlets are locked by silvers logically, or way the hero is for the letter at this point.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I'm thinking ice because generally I know how to do fast ice cavern like without a bottle. Because each chest, you can grab each chest in there by damage boosting yourself in and then pressing A for 1 frame. But I'm not sure a lot of runners know about that. Because the red ice and ice cavern is really, really broken for the most part.
ZFG is really good at finding bloopies, I gotta say. Every time I look at him opening a chest, there's like a bloopy somewhere.
And ZFG, oh, they're basically synced right now. This is really interesting. I wonder who's gonna win out on movement here. Oh, by the way, from what I've tested, I think the Navi strat for doing the switch is kind of broken in Rando right now, from what I've tested. But I could be wrong. Because I think ZFG is gonna do the Navi trick to open it up early, without pushing the block. But I'm gonna be a little disappointed if the trick doesn't work, just personally. Because I know that's what he's gonna do. Unless that's happened to him before, then he's probably not gonna do it. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, it actually works. Okay, well, it bugged out for me in my game of Glitched Rando. That's funny.
Saving a little bit of time there with that trick.
Yep, absolutely. But Marco is going for the block push strat, it seems. Because I don't think he's practiced the ZFG strat that ZFG did in a while, or he just remembered to do it. Oh my goodness. Funny.
And of course, the keys aren't cooperating anymore.
Nope. No payout here, and he's probably gonna miss it. Yeah. It's this trick is really iffy for the most part. Oh, it failed for Marco. This is the same thing that happened to me. All right,
he can't get back up, can he?
Oh, you can't get back up. Oh no. So bad. He's gonna have to re-enter. That's so bad. Poor Marco.
Ooh, big oof there.
One of the comms in here are apparently playing Roblox. They keep saying oof. Darn.
Is that a Roblox?
I don't know. That's whenever I think of somebody saying oof, I just think of the Roblox sound. So now people in chat are just gonna spam oof to mock me.
Well, ZFG finishes off King Dodongo. Gets a downgrade.
Oof.
So it looks like ZFC decides to reset instead of
Yeah, that's
going
a good
anywhere right away.
That's a good move on him. There's nothing really useful in Adult except for Ice Cavern, and he probably wants to find a bottle to get all the chests in there, because I'm not even sure if he knows the strats.
Well, you could always just go to like that area as child, do those checks, and turn in your bottle as well.
I mean, yeah.
Like, if you really want the bottle.
I mean, that is an option, but it's really slow to go there as child unless you're doing Jabu. Like, unless you have a known way to hero item in Zora's domain, and it's on the way, like, you can give it, while you're there, you can free up a bottle and give it to King Zora, like, while you're there. But I would never, in a Glitched Rando, go out of my way to give the Fruitosar to King Zora. Unless I'm, like, running out of item checks, then it's my only option.
Yeah, but I imagine ZFG will first check Zelda's Lullaby. I mean, yeah, Zelda's Lullaby check. Conveniently, he can get the Great Fairy Fountain there, too.
I don't think this is going to be a Child 1 stream. Sorry to disappoint people. I appreciate the enthusiasm.
I think we're already technically in Child 2.
Yep. And Marco finally picking up Zelda's Lullaby. Good on him.
Sheik waits at the monument time to get Prelude of Light. Didn't see that hint earlier, but that's Prelude check is Prelude, right?
I'm not sure. I might have missed the hint myself. Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what that is. I just saw ZFG get that. So that means that completing the water temple for the forest medallion is less important.
Yeah, definitely. If it's Prelude, then yeah, that's garbage. But if they need Nocturne, that might be different. But in most Glitched Rando seeds, Nocturne is not needed. Most of them I've played anyway. Because your songs are way less important than you'd think. CFG getting the stick strat. Alright.
And yeah, normally if you go in there at night, there's guards there waiting for you, but because it's guard skip, CFG just right onto Zelda.
So, I can't watch my favorite streamer get caught by guards 5 times? That's so mean. Dang.
Guards have superhuman vision sometimes, and other times they're blind.
Yeah. So right now, it looks like ZFG is going to head for Lon Lon, but unfortunately his time of day is not looking so great, so he might consider doing some other checks in the overworld while he waits for a time of day.
Yeah, and he still has Deku Tree to do it some.
Yeah, but I really don't think he has Sun Song. Yeah, he's just grabbing rupees now. Just killing time. Trying to get to that giant Stalfos. Or giant Stal Child. Or turn the day for the memes. And Marco now checking this area in Goron City now that he has a strength upgrade. This could have a really important item, and it could also have garbage, so gotta be careful. And yeah,
I got a nice trap.
Yeah, I really think ZFG...
Jabu is way of the hero.
Ooh.
Ugh.
Ooh, well then. Remember, this is Glitched Rando, that could also be bait.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be actually required to beat the game, so the only real The only real hard required items to beat the game, usually for dungeons, except for light arrows, is hammer, mirror shield, boomerang, and what else? Yeah, I think that's it actually. Like boomerang, mirror shield, and hammer are hard required to beat dungeons, if the dungeons are required. But hookshot is technically not needed to beat Morpha. However, it might be a tad difficult to do. Oh yeah, magic is required as well. But that's just for every rando seed.
And you need a bow to beat Ganon, so you'll need that eventually.
Well, that is true. Unfortunately, I don't think RBA is allowed here.
I mean, there's glitches and then there's RBA.
Yeah, so it looks like ZFG getting a little insulted there because he had to wait outside of Lon Lon and then he got Sunsung while inside there. Pretty unfortunate. And Marco almost falling off and wasting a lot of time on his timer.
And possibly more importantly is wasting these chews.
Yeah, he's starting to get really low on bomb chews right now. It's not good. Okay, he didn't get bodied there too hard. Although he did waste bomb chews, which can be kind of problematic sometimes. And going for that bottle. That might be an ice trap. Whenever I pick up good freestanding items in rando, I expect it to be an ice trap. It's pretty bad.
Well, we've already had a lot of ice traps, so we're pretty low on those.
Just a normal bottle. Alright, well that's gonna help him with Ice Cavern then, if he decided to go there. But what item you really would ideally want in a glitched randomizer is hover boots. It really helps you out in multiple cases. And ZFG just got Requiem, which is definitely gonna help him. Hopefully.
Yeah, that's another good travel song. Otherwise, getting the spirits just so out of the way that it's pretty rough.
It looks like ZFG is opting to do some child section checks, which may or may not be useful. So Lost Woods child checks, you can't do them as adult.
Yeah, I think it's just the Ocarina game and the one scrub that he can do right now, because he doesn't have the slingshot.
Yeah, he didn't go to Decatur yet, so he can immediately go to Decatur after this. And an optimization he can do is after getting the scrub in the lower area of Lost Woods, he can play Sun Song to go back to the entrance and then just leave Lost Woods to go to Kikiri Forest. It's an optimization you can do.
Yeah, because otherwise getting out of that scrub area is pretty rough. Takes forever.
Aurora's Wind on ZFG's side, that's a pretty good item. It's a little tad useless unless you have magic, so hopefully, hopefully you'll
right now
find
it's
that.
right now it's a fancy paperweight.
I mean, it's not even paperweight, it's literal air, pretty sure.
Well, it's like a crystal, right?
No. Not even I know.
It is interesting. Despite going different routes at the start, ZFG and Marco have kind of matched up against each other.
Yep. And ZFG finding Din's fire.
Wait,
okay,
that's blue fire, you mean?
Yeah, blue fire. Yeah, I mean blue fire. My bad. My brain's a little cuckoo. Blue fire. I mean, not
okay,
Din.
fire.
No, okay, sorry. That is not Din's fire. That is blue fire. My bad.
Save a little bit of time with that.
My bad, chat. My bad.
Interestingly, finding blue fire like that doesn't mean anything for logic ever, because you can always dump it out and waste it.
Yep. So who would do that?
Someone who doesn't understand the power of blue fire.
I do it usually in each seed. Because it's usually useless.
Hey, it can break open some walls. It's not useless.
I mean, if you have Rudo's letter, then... If you have Rudo's letter and you have Din's fire, there's no real point. Like, if you have to get rid of your Din's blue fire... If you have to get rid of your blue fire to, like, catch the fish for optimization, you'll do that.
Yeah.
So if you have to go to Jabo and such... I mean, you could, no, you can't RBA bottles. You can't do that.
That is illegal.
And although you can, I'm pretty sure you can equip swap the blue fire to dump it multiple times. Although I could be wrong.
So we still haven't really found anything. Like, we found the silver gauntlet. But we haven't really found many items since then.
Yeah, it's been kind of empty since Bomb Chews. We haven't really seen anything, but my bet is something is probably going to be in Hyrule Field, and we have to remember there is a Lake Hylia Way of the Hero, which nobody has touched yet.
Yeah, and I don't think we got anything from the graveyard yet. The graveyard way of the hero?
No, so it's probably either
it'll
on...
It's probably the song.
Yeah,
Grave.
so it's either the song in Composer Grave, it's the item in Composer Grave, or it's the Sun Song Grave. But so far, I think our runners are basically even right now. They've already done a lot of child, they've done a lot of adult. I think ZFG's...
That was really nice. ZFG got hit by the skull wall to the right up, like pushed up onto the platform.
Yeah, that's a damage boost. That's a normal strat. Yeah, people used to do that in 100%. But since people don't do Deku Tree as shot 100% anymore, nobody sees that strat. And saved a second or two. Depending where you are.
And yeah, Marco doing what you mentioned earlier, playing Sun Song after talking to the Deku Scrub.
Yep.
In the forest.
And then you can play Sun Song again after this. And Marco found a deck.
And nut upgrade.
Yeah.
Not nothing.
Yeah, I mean, I consider it nothing. It's not really any useful progression, but it saves you probably like 10 seconds in Forest Temple. From not farming nuts off the Deku Babas. Or if you decide to waste about 20 nuts on Dark Link, then it might be useful.
And hey, you can use those against Ganon too.
Well...
I said can, not should.
Well, I don't think anybody in their sane mind doing a race would use Deku Nuts on Ganon unless they knew they were going to win. And they can't know if they're going to win because they'd be cheating if they knew. So, I don't know about that.
In the meantime, we see Marco over in the Zora River area.
And he is currently able to get... I can't remember. I mean, yeah, he has Song of Storms, so he can get the one check that ZFG couldn't here. Because that could be something important.
That's Deku Scrub Grotto, right? That's not anything.
Don't fall, Marco. Okay, he didn't fall. What about the Deku Scrub Grotto?
You said you were talking about Song of Storms. Oh wait, no, the frog. I forgot about the frog.
Frogs.
Yeah,
The frogs, yeah. Froggies.
yeah, and Marco knows about the Jabu Way of the Hero, so he might actually go up that way because of that.
Oh no. ZFG failed the Deku cutscene skip, it's over. Press F. Wait a minute. I think I said don't press F.
It's too late, they've already pressed it. Yeah, this doesn't look like Ganon's castle crumbling to me.
Yeah, dang.
What's going on?
Yeah, dang. Well, I'm sure ZFG will somehow manage to finish the seed despite that massive time loss. He lost all of 0 seconds, so I think he'll be fine. ZFG getting the second nut upgrade that Marco already got. And Marco not falling into the river and having a wasted shoot. And Marco opting not to go to Zora's domain. Or actually, no, is he? Oh, he's going for Dampe. Get your Dampe hype ready, guys. I want to see some Dampe in chat.
Will we see a first try Dampe dig?
Oh, maybe. I won't. We could get lucky. We could get lucky. You never know, this is a randomizer, we could always get lucky on Dampe. Although it appears he's doing Composer Grave first, so we might have to contain our hype for a bit.
Yeah, he might even do Sunsong Grave first too, because he can do that as well. But one of these has to be a Way of the Hero item.
Dampe Way of the Hero. And Serious Song, I don't think this is gonna be the Way of the Hero personally. These are only like 2 checks here, but it could be. But what that means is Marco's gonna have to take a second trip to Lost Woods if it is Way of the Hero. And it's not gonna be very convenient.
Yeah, and Zelda's Lullaby was on the minuet spot, so it can't be like logical Way of the Hero to get past Mido or anything either.
Yeah. So Marco's successfully getting the flame storage there, and he found a hook shot.
Hook shot.
Oh.
Well,
That was the Way of the Hero.
Pretty good chance that's what you were looking for there.
And okay.
ZFG might be following right behind Marco with this, though. Just walked outside to play Sunsong.
Yep. Alright, so Marco also going for the Sunsong Grave, just in case that is another Way of the Hero possibility, and it is a recovery heart. Okay. What try will Dampe be? Get your hype in. Oh boy. What's Dampe gonna be? What try is it gonna be?
I want it to be a wallet.
Holy shit, first try. It's Deku Seeds. But we got first try though, it's amazing, dude. First try, oh man. So lucky. World record pace. And just for proper information, Dampe is always first try on a rando, regardless of any RNG that goes on. We're just memeing.
Ooh, Marco just found a bomb bag from the Skulltula house.
Oh, gee, that's really good.
So now he can buy bombs, have bombs to his heart's content. Doesn't be worried about this slowly dwindling number of bomb shoes.
Yeah, so can you imagine how bad Dampy would be if it wasn't first trying a rando? That'd be the worst check to do. Nobody would do it.
Already an awful check. It would just be like the worst.
Oh, yeah. But currently, Marco has more required items than ZFG, so he is currently probably about 2 minutes in the lead right now. ZFG, as tradition, failing the song.
So yeah, Marco making good use of those bombs he just picked up.
Yep, and ZFG probably going for 10 Skulltulas, hopefully. I'm not sure if he... Or, I don't think he's been marking them. I think he has more. Oh, ZFG losing his stick. That's pretty bad. Gotta try again. And Marco also using good use of his ESS adapter. I assume he's still using it. Oh no, ZFG's gonna fail this again. Yeah, he failed it again. Ah, that's not good. He's gotta... This is where his hookshot is. If he gives up, the race is probably over for him.
Yeah, there wouldn't be an easy way to come back from that unless another hookshot's very easily accessible. And Marco finding Big Oron's sword, the Southeast Hyrule Grotto.
Yeah, doing South Hyrule with bombs is so much better because you can just hest everything. It's really fast. ZFG, I think ZFG's not used to this strat. Oh, he actually got it. Okay. I thought he was going to fail it. ZFG's stick was turning a little bit short there.
Yeah, trying to like actually light those with the torch, if you didn't line it up leaving the door, can be kind of tricky. Because they're like just high enough that you need a weird angle.
Yeah. And Marco finding his bow, so the runners are getting all their items now since they actually have a decent amount of explosives. And ZFG not grabbing the bomb bag, unfortunately. He's
yeah, and only 2 choose.
Yeah, ZFG's not looking. It's not looking too good for him. He's gonna be losing out on several checks here.
Yeah, and just losing a lot of time for not being able to slide around everywhere.
Well, there is a solution for that.
I guess, yeah.
Because if you want to slide, then you can do what ZFG's doing here.
Yeah, I'll admit I'm more of an accessible player, so I don't remember all these glitches all the time.
Well,
but yeah,
there is an easy solution for that.
Let's listen to you.
Do glitch rando. Pretty easy, right? I mean, it doesn't seem like too difficult of a concept personally, but that's just my opinion.
I'll have to do some at some point. Learn all their glitches.
Yeah, but unfortunately, ZFG will probably not get his bomb bag anytime soon. He is very, very, very low on explosives right now. Only got one bomb chew. But if he does use his chew here and save scums, he might be able to find another bomb bag. But I have huge doubts personally. Like, I'm legitimately worried for ZFG. But...
Yeah, and that's if he wants to save scum. Like,
yeah,
you would be giving up your bow in that case. Which I guess isn't a big deal, but it does mean you have to come back for it if you don't find another one. Ooh, is that light arrows Marco just showed us in the lake? What it was.
Well, I need a... Could have been. Could be light arrows, but you need the scale to get that. There is no other way to get the Ruto's letter other than diving. And speaking of diving, Marco is going to be doing a advanced Navi dive here. If he still has Navi anyway. Doesn't look like he has Navi, he's got to abandon it. That's unfortunate. He must have lost it somewhere. And ZFG could find another bomb bag in Gruta Valley. Marco has not checked Gruta Valley, I'm pretty sure.
And no one's been here yet?
Nope. No one has been here. That I know of, anyway.
I'll still always remember the one time the item here.
Well...
As I was saying, I remember. Yeah, there was one time everyone went here at the start of a seed, and it was a fake ice trap, and no one had sticks to do the recoil, so everyone just had to leave. ZFG, however, does have sticks, so he can recoil his way down here and salvage that situation. A little bit sad, there was chicken left.
But yeah, ZFG's gonna have to really hope he finds something useful soon, otherwise this could be big trouble for him. Like, explosives, anything. Oh!
Explosives!
Well, that's convenient.
That is, exactly what you want.
Yeah, that's cool. And ZFG going for the recoil. And another recoil. And no more recoil, so he's gonna lose all his sticks. But yeah.
So ZFG lost some time from not having the bombs before that, but he's no longer at that disadvantage. So.
What? ZFG? Oh, okay, he's grabbing hints. Okay. I was thinking he was gonna Hess across that little bridge there. Don't think that's worth it. Okay. No. A Marco going into child side spirit just in case there's a key here, which may be required. Okay, these hints for ZFG are useless. There are copies of hints. Okay, Marco found a key. There is a small chance that there's not going to be a key on adult side. And since ZFG does not have hover boots, he is not able to get the keys on child side. It's a little bit unfortunate, but...
Nice void out strats there from Marco.
Yep.
And yeah, I think we have all but one of the hints, maybe, at this point. One or two, I think. We definitely have all the way the hero and Baron location hints, at least.
Marco looks like Marco is doing Lost Woods stuff. Just in case there is a Way the Hero behind the Saria song he got in the graveyard. Because that hookshot might not be the only Way the Hero. It's always a good idea to full clear your Way the Heroes unless they're bait, and don't do that. And those are the light arrows again. And ZFG is going to dive into Zora's domain most likely. Actually, no, I don't think he has net. I think he's gonna grab some stuff first. No, he's gonna go straight to Hyrule Castle and go adult. This may be a problem if there's no keys on Adult Spirit. That could be the end for ZFG. He's gonna have to take the time to go back, go back Child, then go back Adult just to beat Spirit.
And Marco checking out everyone's favorite dancing Goron. In a moment.
Ooh.
So
Oh,
what
by
do
the
you have?
way,
Oh, go ahead.
you can soft lock here and he can not give you an item. Oh, that might be important.
Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, there's
Marco,
another skill out there, but
yeah, that's gonna be needed for light arrows. That's unfortunate. Yeah, Mirror Shield is the biggest thing, but ZFG not doing Adult Spirit is the biggest blunder, I think. No. Marco missed.
I hate this thing.
Well, it hates you too.
Yes, it does.
You gotta be nice to it, and it'll be nice back.
So we're just waiting for the Mirror Shield and Hammer?
I didn't even catch the dungeons because they were so fast, but... Do you remember the dungeons?
It was Deku and Jabu or something?
There were stones?
Something like that. Might not have been Deku. Yeah, Marco picking up the boomerang.
Oh, no.
I mean, Jabu Way of the Hero.
Oh, man. That's gonna be trouble for ZFG. Child Goron City is the worst spot to check by far. That could be a problem. But Marco is full clearing Child section, so I think that's good on him. It's a very safe move to do in a rando, so in case you have... Because if you don't full clear your Child section, you're gonna be forced into dungeons you don't need to complete as adult. So for example, Stone Forest is a really fun one. For anybody who doesn't know.
I hate Stone Forest. It's my least favorite stone dungeon.
Is my... I mean... least favorite stone dungeon. I have no... Why?
Because I play accessible, so it takes more than 30 seconds. And it's a dungeon that's always there, and very easy to get to. But it's a huge waste of time if there's nothing inaccessible. But in Glitched, you can just skip it all. Although I don't know if we'll see ZFG skip it all, because he's still looking for items. Chat pointed out that the dungeons are actually on the trackers. I didn't realize that. But so fire is a stone.
Yeah, I don't even pay attention to that tracker. That's might be... I guess it should be.
So I think Mirror Shield's the only item we need.
Let me check.
Oh, and magic.
Mirror shield, yeah, I don't think hammer is required. Fire seems to be a stone dungeon. So... Now people are making fun of me. They're saying blue dins and shit. I love good memes. It's okay, I love to be bullied as a commentator. It's fun. I love the attention.
Care.
Hmm?
It means that people care.
Well, that's one word.
For a certain definition of care.
Wow. Wow, thanks, dude.
Yeah, Marco showing us what's in Jabu. So there's still some bait stuff out there. Like, I know hover boots are logically required, but runners skip that. And then depending on what other twists and turns the logic has us going through, could be other bait items. Like, I know Zoratunics required if there's any item in the central pillar of water, so if the boss key's there.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but the way the hero item could be on Baronade. It's always the best. I think right now Marco is in the lead, because Marco has much more item progression than ZFG does. Marco is currently able to get light arrows, the way hero item in Jabu, while ZFG is currently completing Forest and unnecessarily clearing it out. Because if Marco finds Mirror Shoot in Jabu, ZFG is done for. ZFG is absolutely done for if Mirror Shield is in Jabu.
Well, there's also magic to find, so there are still 2 items, but if Marco can find those before having to, like, full clear other dungeons, just go mode, that saves a lot of time.
Well, you could always just search Gan's Castle for magic. There is a small chance you can find it there. Because Marco and ZFG know where light arrows are, and you need to scale to... Oh god.
Oh god.
Oh no. Well, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh man. Well,
you know what this means? This means 1500 horse archery has something, right? Because you need to get a bonus song from doing all dungeons.
I was hoping for an all dungeons 50 skull seed, but
you might get half of that.
Yeah, this could be in all dungeons, or there can't be an I'm in fire because it's barren. So I think Marco is going to full clear Jabu since he is suspecting it's all dungeons. That kind of sucks.
Yeah, there's really no reason not to full clear it because either it's all dungeons or like there's another item. Basically.
Yeah, this is your best option basically.
But it looks like he might be leading.
No, he's not leading.
Oh, there's a trick. Yeah, flip.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, you only need to grab the items and you just mega flip them and then bye-bye. And that is how you do the Jabu mega flip. Take notes.
Meantime, ZFG getting frozen by an ice trap. Still hasn't found anything in Forest Temple.
And Marco, unfortunately, not soft locking in this room by deciding to grab the Sculpta at the same time as hitting the switch. Mind you, that is an adult Link strat. I said fortunately, not soft locking, not unfortunately. Might be.
I figured you were just a ZFG fanboy.
No, yes, I misspoke. My bad. I said unfortunately. Oopsie. Well, I meant fortunately he didn't soft lock. Wait, I mixed up my words. Oops.
In the meantime, though, Marco has a very clean Baronade fight. It's one of the coolest fights done cleanly. Because it's such an awkward fight otherwise. There's so much it's like throwing around. That was just the money.
Yeah. So, looks like this may be our dungeons.
Certainly pointing that way. I mean, it could still just be like all dungeons to get hover boots that you don't need.
It is
Still
possible.
be bait.
Yeah, it could still be bait. And if Marco takes the bait, it might be over for ZFG. I mean, for Marco. I mean, anything could happen. Glitch Rando is very, random.
Well, we learned the frogs don't have anything for us.
Also,
ZFG
that...
just found magic.
Oh, dang. That's, pretty good. Also, that hammer hint could also mean any magic fountain. And any, that could be any magic fountain and the rocks in Gruta Valley. So, all dungeons could be bait, and there would be nothing in Gruta Valley.
Well, we already have bombs for all the... There's that one, the Crater Fairy.
Oh yeah, you can get him without him. I mean, I'm talking about within logic.
Well, the bombs are in logic.
Oh, well. One of the Crater Fairies then.
Yeah. But that magic ZFG found might help him a lot, because that's... It's in deep forest, so there's a good chance Marco, like, gets the mirror shield and then go modes that, and then doesn't come back to find the magic, and kind of gets stuck.
Yeah. ZFG equipping his nuts for a slightly faster pro fight.
Yeah, turns out nuts are good against invisible ghosts. For some, I guess it scares them, or something.
Probably. What? Oh, this is an interesting strat ZFG is doing. Oh, that's... Alright, I don't think I've ever seen this strat used in a rando before that saves the key. It's pretty cool.
Saves a key, saves some time. Man, our runners have found a lot of gold rupees, and they have not found a wallet. There's been a lot of money thrown on the ground.
Oh. Thankfully, it looks like I'm pretty sure both of our runners are doing really well. They are not throwing for content, thankfully.
Yeah, they both have lots of things open to them right now. And yeah. So Marco's gonna go pick up his light arrows, it looks like. I think we've seen all the ice traps by now. I haven't actually been counting, but it feels like 6.
And
those
not
are
a
real.
nice trap. not a nice trap.
Looks like Marco's gonna take the owl and go do adult stuff now. He's done pretty much everything he needs to as a child.
Zfg making good use of his ESS adapter.
Can't spin in place. What are you doing with your life?
Yep, the best use for the adapter is spinning in place. Absolutely. Just turn the ESS to 100 so you can't move. You can only spin. Looks like Marco is finally gonna go adult. Or maybe not. Well,
He's gonna do Boncha Bowling first.
Yeah.
We saw ZFG do this earlier. I forget what the items were, but I don't think they were any. So you'd have the time-honored tradition of blowing up the lady.
And ZFG not doing the weird shot. What? Oh, okay, you can just grab this. I kind of forgot the way the room works. Oh.
Mirror shield!
Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Oh God, Marco.
Oh,
Poor
and
Marco.
that changed things on a dime.
Well, okay. Well, ZFG has to. Well, ZFG will have to go. He's gonna have to do Goron City anyway to get that silver scale, or find it somewhere else. But my bet is it's just gonna be in Goron City, and then the golden scale is gonna be somewhere stupid.
So ZFG is a scale away from victory at this, or
Yep.
a scale away from go mode at this point.
And Marco is doing force just for safety. But Marco did But what's the way of the hero then? What's the hammer way of the hero? I'm not sure what that could be. Probably something stupid.
I mean, it could be for hover boots.
Yeah. Or it could be something else.
I think hover boots. I think hovers are the only logical, like, item that's still out that we still don't know about.
But who needs hover boots when you have when you can mega flip? Oh, yeah, there's Din's fire. There it is again.
But this means that if Marco decides to full clear this dungeon and doesn't just skip to the end, he's gonna find these items and he's gonna be in go mode. Which doesn't spell that good news for ZFG.
For a second, when he was doing that targeting movement, I thought he was going to do the skip there. But I think a safe assumption for Marco. I think the thing I would do in this dungeon, if I felt like I had to do AD, was I would clear out half a forest and then beat it, and not do the top half. Because the top half takes a lot of time to do.
So when you say half, do you mean like
bottom
the
floor?
Courtyards?
Yeah, everything bottom floor. Oh. Okay. Marco. He's doing it. He's skipping to the end. Holy shit. He's doing it. Marco is Unless he goes back in, this could be easy.
Both of our runners missing something pretty important at the moment.
Yeah, but they'll find out eventually. But Marco could go back in. But I think he's beating Phantom Ganon now just in case there's an item here that he needs. It's always possible.
Yeah, it does make sense.
Yeah, but seeing the hammer wave the hero, I think is gonna bait him. Good old hover boots.
They're a really good item. Just not required right now.
Oh, by the way, a fun fact about the Phantom Ganon fight: when he's slowly coming out of the paintings, he's actually really tiny, but he slowly grows and grows until he looks like he's coming out of the painting. If you look at it, if you go like really close to the painting and look at the side, it looks like he's growing. It's pretty funny. He's taking those rupees just in case. Although Zfg does not find a key on this side, that's gonna be really bad. He's gonna have to go back.
That might actually be really good for him.
Yeah.
Because if that makes him go back to being a child, it might make him go to Goron City and get the scale.
I doubt it.
Probably not, but
I don't think he's gonna do that. So Marco is not going back to Forest. And looks like he's going to Gerudo Valley. Oh, okay. Well, ZFG found a key. That's GG probably. So Marco and ZFG have items that they both don't have. So ZFG needs to go to Goron City for a skill, but other than that, he's in go mode right now.
yeah, and
The only
so I feel like ZFG has a weirder place he has to go back to, but there's a second scale out there that if he finds over, whereas Marco has like a more reasonable place to go back to. I think like it's at least an adult place, but it's 2 items, so he's not gonna like go mode anything.
yeah.
Geez, Forest Temple being stacked really changed this. We were all like, ZFG's so far behind, Marco has all this information, has this like knowledge that it's probably AD, and then Mirror Shield magic.
Mirror Shield magic, uh-oh.
Ready, ruh-roh.
The ZFG looks like he's going to be clearing out Spirit a little bit. He's not going to immediately beat it. Although I really do think he's in go mode right now, or pretty close to it. Because my safe bet is if I still haven't found the scale, I'd be looking for it. Because it could be anywhere. But clearing this bottom floor is just generally a safe bet. And you can choose to skip the top half of Spirit, which might help.
Yeah, I think going for the chests that are really easily accessible makes sense. Get the ones that are there and fast and on the way.
Yeah, definitely.
And yeah, like you said, ZFG doesn't have to worry, like...
ZFG just set Ferora's Wind at the entrance to the room. Oh, actually that might be intended. We'll see what he does. Yeah, ZFG might go downstairs to child section. I think he's gonna do that. Yep. He is gonna go for that. But I'm unsure of the way this strat even works. Never mind. You can just weird shot to the torch. Whoopsie. Adult Spirit, Adult Lincoln Spirit, or Child Spirit is a little bit broken.
Yeah, let me just phase through the floor and then shoot through the wall, because my hand's not where it looks like.
And CFG using his Din's Fire. Going for that Skulltula just in case, and dying in the process. That's always fun.
Imagine if you were a legendary hero of time and that's how you died. Like everything's going great, and then you just get knocked off a wall because hookshotted to a...
Well, using a hookshot is dangerous in itself, so you should be more careful.
CFG?
He's gonna die. Be a problem. Having a little bit of try. He's dead.
CFG?
No. Did he? Okay, he reset. He gave up. He didn't care. Throwing for content.
CFG's like, I need to give Marco some more time to find this stuff.
It's okay. I love Marco a lot, so I'm gonna give him a chance. There's no worries. Oh, he's going for it again. What the fuck, dude? Oop. Did I say that? My bad. What the flip? My bad.
Conveniently, he had forwards win to get there fast. Marco messing up his spot. Okay, ZFG. Let's see how this works this time.
ZFG.
These keys are merciless.
Yeah, they're making him lose all his health here. Poor ZFG. Alright, he's going for the items now. He's gonna find a key and then find nothing. But okay, well that sucks. Yeah, ZFG is losing a lot of time in Spirit right now. This is scary. Hello? He kind of forgot to hit the switch, I think. Ow. Well, ZFG took a tumble. That's unfortunate.
And then he took another one.
Yep. Imagine if his entrance movement wasn't fixed after he fell twice. Well, ZFG did not get paid out by checking bottom Child Spirit, so I think he's just gonna leave and beat Spirit and get done with it. But Marco could find another skill along the way, and if ZFG crosses that, then he's gonna get benefited. I think Marco's also taking time to clear forest or water temple, probably.
Yeah, scale's basically the only item we're looking out for right now. ZFG finding the actual paperweight.
And ZFG going further into Spirit. That's a...
I mean, going further into Forest Temple paid off, maybe. Maybe he's just got that results-based thinking going on.
I mean, if he keeps voiding, then it might not be good. I mean, he's got a plan, but he has to execute it. No. Well. And bye. Rip ZFG.
Well, that was intentional there.
I know that. I said Rip CFG anyway because he fell like, I don't know, I think 5 times so far this save, I think. Yeah, I lost count.
Yeah, gravity has not been kind to ZFG. Ooh, he gets a full heal though.
Well, chat, I do in fact know that because I speedrun the game. I'm sorry if I wasn't clear. My deed. What's my...
ZFG taking a look at the slingshot on the arch.
Oh yeah, I just realized something. Just completely well, actually, you know what? Top 300 runners are currently in presence. Pog. Just realized that. So Marco is doing side flip hovers there to avoid, because he doesn't have hover boots, he can't do a Hest or a super slide or a tech type mega flip to get across that gap, so he has to improvise.
Luckily, OOT is a forgiving game. Marco gets through the door on his second try there.
Oh, that's not too
Morph is such a cool boss, but it's kind of sad how trivialized get, you know, the strat. As a kid, Morpho was definitely one of my favorites. Might have been my favorite boss, but...
Morpha, I don't think was my favorite boss. I think it was tedious and it felt like it was just on repeat. In my opinion.
I just liked the design, but I was a dumb kid, so...
Yeah. So right now Marco is finishing up Water, ZFG is finishing up Spirit. Spirit has taken a long time for ZFG to beat because he did full clear it.
And fell a bunch.
Yeah, he fell a bunch. Yeah. And ZFG not dying to Nibiru, thankfully. Good job, ZFG.
Good job. To kind of remind, ZFG is just looking for a scale to get his light arrows, and Marco's looking for Magic and Mirror Shield, which we both know are in Forest Temple. But also Marco has this Way of the Hero hammer that's baiting him into all dungeons and other shenanigans.
And ZFG is going to have to eventually beat Water Temple. So Marco is going to be catching up. I think he's catching up right now. Oh, he's going back child. What? Oh, no. I think he's just getting the song. Okay, I kind of forgot he beat Forest or Water Temple. Whoopsie. He don't... Oh, he is actually going back child. What's he doing?
What is there as child? There's,
Skull Mask, oh boy. I think he's doing some last minute checks before he invests in all dungeons. Because remember, Fire Temple is barren. There is 2 checks that are possibly available in Logic. And I think if Longshot is in GDG, then you have several checks available behind upon a song.
yeah, and you know Shadow is not going to have your first magic, at least. So there's a smaller chance of Shadow having any item you want.
Yep. Oh. Marco getting the free bombs. And Marco playing Nocturne for some reason. I think he's doing chickens.
He might be doing the well.
Oh yeah, that might be an option too.
It's fully completable in Logic as well as them.
You never know. And ZFG entering with Din's Fire, which you don't normally see in Glitched Rando. You normally see people do hookshot jump or choose slide.
But I mean, you have all the things to get in there normally. Why not?
Yeah, why not? And ZFG is actually able to do boat skip, but he might choose not to do it.
And Marco just drained the well. So he's also doing vanilla entry strats.
So unfortunately, ZFG is not doing the bell skip, he's doing the boat skip. The bell skip goes along with boat skip. I'm sorry to disappoint anybody who really wanted to see ZFG fall off the bell. And ZFG getting the really good dead hand RNG. Oh, he's not doing boat skip. Okay. No, that's...
Maybe he will fall off a bell then.
Oh yeah, well, Looks like we're gonna do the bell strat, chat. Or actually, no, he might not do the bell. We're not sure. It's up to ZFG whether he's gonna do the bell right now. Marco looks like he's not really getting anything good in the well so far. Nothing really super duper important here, I've seen.
Well, I don't think Marco can really get anything. Like, there's a small chance that Marco can't, that hovers can be somewhere if the way the hero item is like Zora Tunic. He does get the Kokiri sword though.
I mean, you can technically also... I think one reason why ZFG is not doing boat skip is because he does not have hover boots. However, there is a strat to do that without hovers, but you need a fairy. So that might be important.
But yeah, I don't think Marco can really find any items that affect him at this point.
Yeah, the well is gonna be empty basically. There's nothing really super useful here.
I mean, probably the worst thing for Marco to find here would be hover boots. Because that would convince him even more that it's all dungeons.
That's true.
Oh yeah, chat's right. There's a second magic that Marco could find. Forgot about that.
And ZFG actually full clearing Shadow Temple. That's on the edge of my seat right now. I might fall off. Okay, so it looks like ZFG is delaying the bell. Don't worry guys, ZFG may or may not do the bell. But he's gonna ride the boat, so it might be exciting. And Marco having a decent dead hand fight. That looks like a one cycle man. And just a friendly reminder that this is a charity marathon. We are wait, what? We are okay, give me a second, I had a brain fart. We are supporting Taco Kids Cancer, and just remember to donate. Remember to donate to Taco Kids Cancer, and we're working to, I did not mean Taco Kids. I did not mean Taco Kids Cancer, I mean Tackle Kids Cancer.
Childhood cancer remains the #1 death by disease of children, and the Tackle Kids Cancer. The Tackle Kids Cancer has been working for over 30 years to find a cure.
Taco Kids.
Tackle Kids Cancer.
Tackle Kids Cancer.
Yeah, it's a really good mission, guys. Donate. Support them. Maybe we can get those kids some taco sandwiches.
Yeah, that'd be, we should be able to help with that if we get some donations in.
Running to Tackle Kids Cancer.
Also, I apologize for my laughing voice. I can sometimes sound higher than a 5-year-old girl. I apologize. So on the focus on the run and not the tacos, ZFG is in the middle of Shadow, while Marco is currently going to be going adult.
I think Marco found the ice arrows.
Ooh, how?
Which means bongo bongos in logic.
Eat your shoe.
Looks like Marco's gonna do Spirit Temple. We'll see if he decides to follow ZFG's footsteps and full clear the place.
Yeah,
I kind of expect that.
Yeah, Marco's gonna full clear Spirit. No doubt about it. Because he's missing the Mirror Shield and he doesn't know where it's gonna be. But he may try backtracking the forest eventually. Also, I almost forgot to mention that it looks like ZFG is currently wearing the best tunic, so make sure to admire that.
I don't know, I'm partial to Marco's purple tunic.
Well, I am too, but blue tunic is funnier.
I think this is a Goron tunic too. Or that might be Marco. Someone put on a Goron tunic.
So... And ZFG doing an interesting Shadow Temple route. I think I might steal this strat. Not a bad idea. And ZFG inevitably delaying the boat again. Shame on him.
We just gotta build hype.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, building hype. Who's ready for the boat? I'm ready for the boat. And ZFG failing the Mega Flip. Unfortunate. And while ZFG is... what? He got hit by the flame during the Mega Flip that comes from the eye, and he fell again. So hopefully ZFG doesn't die, that'd be kind of bad. Okay, he made it. We're safe. We're safe, chat.
Third try's the charm.
Third
Work.
try. And there's his key, so ZFG can safely leave here. Oh, he safe scummed. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he fails the Meg Flip about 20 more times, then yeah, he'll probably die. Oopsie. Well, since ZFG found absolutely nothing in Shadow, he is gonna do the boat, but I don't think he's doing the bell, so I'm just gonna type 1 for bell myself. I don't recommend chat doing that. What did I say, chat? I said I don't recommend you guys doing it, but you did it anyway. For shame.
They heard type 1 for Bell.
Well, that's true.
They stopped listening after that.
Well, yeah. Well, if you tell somebody not to do something, you're probably gonna do it anyway. Just to spite you. Rebels. And ZFG not doing the bell. Shame. A real tragedy here. Witnessed in this render race. If I were ZFG, I'd be doing the bell. And then falling in pure glory. Instead, ZFG is doing the wheel, which is half as good, I guess. Oh, is he going for it? No, he's not going for it. So ZFG's not doing the bell, but he's doing that. Okay. Nice meme. Nice memes.
Just scaring everyone.
And ZFG checking the last area of Shadow. Just in case he finds his silver or golden scale. But it looks like dry. And ZFG, unfortunately, a little fun fact about these redeads: if you slash them, they will not go for you. If you run away, they won't go for you, but just do a slash. You don't even have to kill them. Like, you just have to slash them.
Guess they're scared of you. Like, I'm not messing with that guy.
Yeah, well, if you slash them, you're intimidating, so maybe it's possible. And Marco is about to finish up Spirit Temple. Except he can't go any farther without Mirror Shield, so he's gonna be a little bit lost here. And he's probably gonna do all dungeons. Or go back into Forest.
Yeah, he might go Shadow first, but...
Yeah, who knows, but... I wonder if ZFG is gonna go for Bongo Quick Kill. Unless he forgot by playing on VC for so long. Although if he soft locks, the run's over. Or the race will be over here. Going for content. The good old, this is my favorite mega flip to do in Glitch Random. Well,
there goes the bomb.
yeah. And ZFG, oh, he's doing it. Okay, that was a very safe way to do this. That's really nice. One cycle. And this is a 1.0 only trick, and Randomizer is based off of 1.0 OoT.
So let's see, what is ZFG gonna find here? What is Bongo Bongo hiding? A stick. ZFG looks at it longingly before turning back to the blue portal.
And Marco is going to Ice Cavern in the hopes that he finds something decently useful. He could be baited back into water too. It is possible. I'm not sure where ZFG is going to go here. His best option right now is just to rush water and beat it. And then I think go back Child for any checks he hasn't done. Or go into Integrated Training Grounds, because that actually could be where his golden scale could be. Realistically, anyway. Ooh, the bomb. That's pretty lucky. Pretty good drops there.
Would there be any merit in just finishing water then checking like light trial real quick?
Ooh. King's Roar has long shot. Not really useful anymore, but... what'd you say?
Would there be any merit in like going and checking the trials after doing water?
Maybe. Because the golden scale has to be somewhere in the game.
Yeah.
So it looks like ZFG is
Ooh.
checking.
Marco looking at some hover boots.
Ooh.
Some banana shoes.
Yeah,
That
so-
is probably really bad for him. And I think that means Zora Tunic has to be the... like, has to be hammerlock. I can't think of anything else. Like, we didn't find anything with a hammer, did we?
No, we didn't. So he's leaving. Although, once he realizes his trip is going to be a dead end, he's probably going to go ZFG's route. And you'll eventually have to go back to water. Fortunately, I don't think ZFG has any Serenade. So, yeah, he has to manually go here. CFG opting to do fishing and get scarecrows, possibly. Just in case he finds his scale. And Marco going to the GDG now. Because I don't think he trusts all dungeons.
Well, there's that one hammerlock chest in GTG. That might be what Marco's looking for. Just
Outside of GDG. But he
yeah,
has
there's the one in it that the fire chest.
Oh yeah, that.
Hammerlock.
Yeah, it's logically hammerlock possible. And then that's just going to be iron boots. So he's going to realize it's a dead end and not do all dungeons. And then
Oh
I
yeah,
think...
iron boots. Forgot, yeah.
So you got iron boots and long shot. Because you have to remember that Ruto's letter was very early on in the seed, so anybody could have gotten that as their first hook shot. Fishy.
I forgot. So the hammer has to lead to irons or Zora tunic at this point, I think.
What do you mean?
Because the hammer was in a way the hero location. It was the only item there.
Yeah.
And the only items that we are missing that are logically required to beat this speed are the iron boots and the Zora tunic potentially.
I think Zora tunic is only needed for that bottom area in Water Temple because I'm pretty sure the tunic settings are.
But we don't know where the boss key is in water, so like
Yeah.
it might be required. We don't know.
Yeah, just for key logic. Oh boy, a bloopy. And going for the mega flip off here. This is so cool. Yeah. And actually, ZFG probably could have... I'm not sure what strategy's going to do here. Is there backup? I think he's doing a backup. Or no, I think he's doing the super... No, he can't do the super slide method here. Oh, no, he's waiting for the sun. Nice. Because he has a strength upgrade, he can't do the grab method to enter Water Temple. He's going to have to leave and go back around. So I don't know. What's he doing? Oh. Oh, I see where this is going. Oh, this setup. Alright. Come on. Come on. Okay. But he has no golden scale here, that's the thing. So how is he gonna get it in there? Stay tuned.
Marco just found the gold scale.
Ooh, yeah, that might mess him up. Ooh,
So,
ZFG's doing an Ocarina dive. That's really, I never would have thought of that. It's crazy.
yeah, so that gold scale means we now know where ZFG's go mode is.
Yep. So if ZFG decides to go to GDG, then he's in go mode.
And I think that's a reasonable enough location to go to.
And ZFG's chew count is a tad limited here, so he has to be careful. If he wastes more than a certain amount of chews, it's over for him. I would personally do 2 pauses here, just for safety, but could be fine. Yeah, he's fine. So you found the so
ZFG falls whenever there's nothing tricky going on, but when he's floating in midair, he's fine.
Yep, you got it. And clip. There you go. Give up CFG. You're not gonna get him after he starts moving. Because it's fastest to just try and hit him when the fight just starts, as opposed to moving there. For the most part.
So Marco opened up the fire chest in GTG and got a small key.
Interesting.
So that logically only locks the left side, the center of the maze, I believe, because they have Ocarina, they have Song of Time.
And Marco doing a weird shot. Weird shot strats. And the center of the maze is nothing. Recovery heart.
If that had been the Iron Boots or something, that would have been able to solve Marco's way of the hero conundrum. But
yeah, I think Marco's just gonna be going on an endless loop, and then, you know, that's my feeling. And Marco's bomb count is very good right now, so we have nothing to worry about. Lots of keys. So if ZFG either heads to Goron City or GDG, he's gonna get paid out huge. And he's gonna be in go mode before Marco. And Marco just has to go back into Forest Temple, and then he's gonna be in go mode. Because ZFG still has to take a trip back Child to go back to Lake Hylia. And he doesn't have Serenade. That's the biggest thing. ZFG is opting... I don't think he's going to GDG. He's going back Child. No? Yes? Yeah, he's going back Child. Okay, so... if he does Goron City, then he's gonna get paid out.
he might just be getting the song.
Yeah, maybe. Never know. Yeah, he's going back Child. And, Marco going for that one hammer chest in Gruta Valley.
Yeah, I think if this is nothing, Marco's pretty screwed.
Marco got a little lost there, unfortunately.
It is.
And this is...
the Iron Boots.
Ooh,
That's actually really good.
Okay, yeah.
Because
So
this solves the way of the hero for Marco, so now he knows that the hammer was used to get the Iron Boots, which are logically required for the seed.
I think ZFG is going straight to Goron City. There's nowhere else he can go here. Like, he has to. Because if he does go into Goron City, he's gonna be in go mode. Because getting back into Lake Hylia won't be too bad. This part. Yep, Goron City. Go in. He's doing it. This could be a close race still, though. Anything can happen. Like, Marco could just immediately decide to realize, oh shit, there's something. Or, oh crap, something's in Forest, probably. I should go back. I might be in trouble if I don't.
Yeah, but Magic was really deep into Forest, so it'll take him a while. And Marco still has to do Shadow. And yeah, ZFG, I think he's locking this one up. Gonna go get that scale.
Silver Scale is gonna be... I think Silver Scale's on Darunia, right?
Yep.
Oh, well. Well then. I guess this race is, it could be GG.
turns
Unless
out
it's-
all you need to do is full clear dungeon instead of
yeah.
skipping them.
Yep. That's a really problematic thing in English randos, because you can choose to skip a dungeon, but you can get screwed pretty hard later. You can be it's just the way glitched rando works. I don't really think it works very easily for OOT. Because you have to put a lot of gamble into skipping a dungeon well with accessible.
Alright, welcome back. Sorry about the small hiccup. I don't know if Glitchy's here, but regardless, ZFG is picking up his light arrows. They are real light arrows. ZFG, if he's been counting, I think he might have been able to count that it was 6 ice traps, but if he wasn't counting, he might have been like, careful. ZFG going to leave and then realizing that, wait a second, I needed to be an adult first. Wow, Marco is still doing GTG. So yeah, Marco really just... He was ahead for a while, then didn't do Forest Temple, and ZFG did. Kind of the gamble paying off. And yeah, like Glitchy was talking about earlier, Glitch Rando lets you skip so much of the game that it's... There's a lot of these, like, nice, dense locations that you can just kind of skip. And if you can skip it and it works out, it's really good. But in a situation like this, it's rough. CFG summoning the Rainbow Bridge. Trials are off in this mode, so we can just run straight up. ZFG got the one Dinophos, but not the other at the spin. To go down a little bit. Yeah, at this point, we know Marco can't find anything except for the second magic, maybe. So yeah, it's nice when you have the big Oron sword against these Iron Knuckles. Just get right behind them and keep stabbing. Really fast, really easy. ZF equipping his Ganon killing items. Oh, Marco picking up the Iron Boots again? Glitchy seems to have disconnected or something. I don't know where Glitchy is, unfortunately. So I'm the only one commentating right now. But I think we might have gone back in time a little bit on Marco. Well, Marco actually going into Forest, so he might not be too far behind ZFG. I mean, he does have to do, like, all of Forest, unfortunately. The magic was, like, the basement chest, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Ganondorf. ZFG, that's the wrong arrow. I'm not sure what that was meant to accomplish. Maybe it was just intimidation. Very nice one cycle from ZFG though. So one thing I've seen some runners do that I really like is if you're going to use Big Oron Sword against Ganondorf, you store the power crouch stab, like you store the jump slash, and then you switch to the Master Sword when you equip your bottle and your light arrows. Just saves a little bit of time. And ZFG is showing off. Link is shields up, all ready to go. Wait, does this let him keep the Master Sword? Today I learned. Welcome back, Glitchy.
Oh, sorry, my internet is suddenly going down for some reason.
Oh, there you go. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. How long was I gone?
Well, ZFG is killing Ganon.
Time skip.
And Marco is in the Forest Temple, so he's in the right place, just a little too late.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, ZFG with a pretty nice Ganondorf fight. Or no, perfect Ganondorf fight, except for the fact that he used fire arrows first for an ungodly reason. Ganon fight was good though.
Did he use fire arrows on Ganondorf?
He shot a fire arrow and then he like switched to light arrows and did the fight. I guess it was like intimidation.
Maybe.
But GG to ZFG, congratulations. Looks like his timer stopped at 2:13:19. Good finish.
And thank you again. And remember, we have some more races coming up very soon. Let me just bring up the CLG schedule. Doesn't appear to be loading. Okay. So we have a Super Mario 64 race between Cheese and Simple Flips. We have, and at 9 p.m. ET, we have Majora's Mask race between Majin Phil and Pope Squidward. So be sure to check those out, and remember to donate. Give me 1 second. But remember, Tackle Kids Cancer is a charity we're using, and they have a mission to find a cure for pediatric cancer, provide children with the highest level of care possible. Childhood cancer remains the #1 deadly disease of children, and Tackle Kids Cancer has been working for over 30 years to find a cure. You can join the fight against pediatric cancer and make a donation. We'd very much appreciate that. They'd appreciate that. Everyone would appreciate that. And the funds raised today will stay at the Children's Cancer Institute at Hackensack Meridian Health. Taco Kids. Did I say Taco Kids again?
Yes. It might just be the way you say it, though. I don't know.
It's probably the way I say it. Well, let me just correct it. It's Tackle Kids Cancer. But yes, we will be having interviews with the legendary Zfg and Marco in 1 second. I think Marco wants to finish up first what he's doing.
Shouldn't take too long because he's in the right place.
And
So yeah, we know that in the next room is where I believe the mirror shield is, and then magic in the basement, or vice versa. No, it was magic here. Yep. I thought that was... No, magic was there.
so I will do my best to help myself ask some interview questions from chat, but there's no guarantee I'm going to be able to have ZFG listen to those questions. And before the stream, I remember he told me I could make one Dampé joke and I could not make it yet. So I'd appreciate some suggestions. This is gonna be good. Ask him to show feet? No. Actually, by Ants saying no, I think I'm enabling. I think I'm just not gonna say.
It's like CFG is just trying to explore the trials or something. Marco. Did Marco get his mirror shield? Marco left after getting magic, didn't he?
Yeah.
Marco.
Poor Marco. I'm gonna... Let me see if I can find this. I know I have a picture that I want to... I think I'm gonna ask CFG to have some... I'm gonna ask CFG to do some fun stuff on stream, but he's probably not gonna do it. While we wait for Marco to finish.
ZFG is corrupting some textures, looks like.
Oh yeah. Yep, the good old texture corruption in Gan's castle. It's the best. And Marco doing boat skip. Does he have a roots?
So Glitchy, do you know why this glitches the textures? CFG did? Glitchy, are you here? I don't know if Glitchy is still here. Unfortunate. Ooh, Marco is showing us ice arrows. Yeah, that's where the meme of ice arrows are bongos in logic comes from. If you freeze Bongo's hand, he punches it with his other hand. It's actually slower than regular strats. But it is so much swaggier that I think it's worth it. So now the question is, does Marco go back to Forest? Because at this point, that's all Marco needs to do. And this doesn't look like Forest Temple to me. I don't know about you guys in chat, but I mean, I guess it's a really creepy opening, and Forest Temple is really creepy when you first go in. Like, when I was a kid, it was always the creepiest temple to me for some reason. So I guess maybe Marco just got confused. He was like, the temple that has the creepy opening, right? Maybe it's because I got stuck on Forest for a long time, whereas, like, I didn't get stuck in Shadow as a kid. But, like, the start of Forest always creeped me out. You go in and there's these wolfos howling, and the music's creepy, and it's like dark corridors. Oh yeah, floor masters are terrifying. Marco does know that ZFG. Marco just wants to finish. Floor masters are such a good enemy design because they're so terrifying, yet they're like, they don't feel unfair. So Marco needs to get the Mirror Shield, which is in the Forest Temple basement, because you need it to beat Spirit Temple. I think it's needed just because you can't do any other ways to beat Twin Rova. And yeah, Marco went halfway through Forest Temple, got up to the vanilla bow chest, and then left after that. Which unfortunately means it's going to take a while for him to get back through that temple and actually get to the basement. And yeah, Dead Hand's creepy, but I don't know, like... I mean, I was a weird kid, so I liked the, like, creepy monster stuff, so maybe it didn't affect me as much, whereas, like, the atmosphere of... I guess, like, Shadow Temple is kind of overtly dark, and that maybe makes it more handleable in some way. Whereas Forest Temple was just creepy. Yeah, I think at this rate, Marco might check a lot of things before going back to the forest. I mean, he's gonna full clear this Shadow Temple, which is gonna take a little bit. He's done everything in Spirit he can do. There's no reason to do anything in Fire. He already did GTG. ZFG already finished, so he's just waiting around at this point. ZFG was like, I beat the game, I glitched the textures, my job is done. Yeah, hopefully Glitchy comes back before Marco finishes so we can find out whatever he had planned for ZFG. Oh, did Marco set for his wing? That would actually be smart. If Marco did that, then he's fine. I mean, the main thing I know Marco still has to do that would be faster than Forest Temple is, like, he can do Ice Cavern if he wants. Overall, with this seed, I felt like the seed was kind of not that out there. This would have been a much simpler seed played accessible, I think. Because like Marco wouldn't, like most of the seed is like, did you do Forest Temple or did you skip it? Or is it accessible? You have to do it. Interesting to think about. Like the inaccessible, you often do the Gerudo Valley at the start, so you would have gotten bombs really early. Interesting to think about, just because I'm more experienced with accessible than I am with glitches. It's interesting to think about how it changes the seed. It definitely gave you more options to be glitched at the start. Like, could have gone into Ice Cavern at the start, which would have been an interesting play. So accessible is a rule set that people race in a lot that's basically only minor glitches. Like you can do ground jumps, but you can't do ISG, you can't do mega flips and stuff like that. Meant to be accessible for newer players and simple. And then when you get good, like these runners, you can learn all the fancy stuff. Or you can learn the fancy stuff immediately. There's no law against it. As far as ZFG actually got like all his time, like most of it was just doing Forest Temple and finding those items. Oh, welcome back, Glitchy.
Sorry, my internet went down again. I apologize.
It's okay. I forget when you left, but Marco got magic and then went to Shadow Temple.
Yeah, and immediately when I entered Shadow, my net went out. So my bad.
I think chat said he left a Furrow's Wind point, so hopefully he goes back to that after doing this.
Okay, so I can finally share that. I have to share that picture. And ZFG may or may not do that on stream while we wait. That's good out. If my net doesn't go up before I even post it. But if I somehow go away, then just assume my net went out. And I have to like manually reset my router several times in hopes it does something.
I'll just assume that you hate all of us instead. So I was trying to ask when you disconnected, but do you know exactly why what ZFG did glitches all the textures?
No, I said I don't know.
Ah. Probably some dark magic involved. I know ZFG's found a few like obscure crashes. I think there's like one at King Zora. Chat's saying it's just loading the textures a bunch of times.
Okay.
Or loading the area and that loads the textures. Ooh, Marco. Oh. Just making sure everything is good and back to forest.
Yeah, he set for his win just in case he got baited and found nothing in Shadow. That was a smart move.
Yeah, it was rough seeing him leave right before he was going to find his mirror shield, but I mean, it was a smart play, I feel. That sometimes in randomizers, the smart play doesn't pay off.
Yeah.
One of the things that makes... Oh, go ahead.
Doing any plays in randomizer isn't always smart. It's just sometimes the dumbest plays are the best plays to do. Stone Jabu with one item is your go mode item. As a good example.
Yeah, it does make it interesting to try to figure out the best plays because you can't just look back and say, well, that play worked. You got to think about like why it worked.
Yeah.
Chances and stuff. It's kind of like poker in that sense. You can see the result, but you can't see like chances. You got to figure that out. That leads to some interesting meta play where if you feel like you're behind in like a 1v1 race, it makes sense to do the like not the most not the best play, but like the second best play. Because if you think like the best play is like GTG and the second best is Ice Cavern and your opponent's ahead of you,
Yeah.
if they make the best play and you make the best play and it's then no matter what you lose. But if you make the second best play and that happens to just be lucky today, you win.
Yeah, definitely, but But you never know if you're behind your opponent. But if you're super low on items, then just assume you are. Like, if you're like 2.5 hours in and you have like no items, you're behind your opponent.
Yeah, that's like a lot of times when like you do an interview afterwards. It's like, did you feel ahead or behind? And everyone's like, I felt behind. Like, it can be a little dangerous sometimes.
Yeah.
I think usually people feel most behind whenever they find an item that's really good, really late, and it was accessible from the start, in like a reasonable place.
Can you repeat what you said, Angel?
You can definitely feel behind if you find a really good item really late, but it was accessible from the start or something.
Oh yeah, that's definitely the worst. But on the subject of the race, Marco is about to find his mirror shield.
Yep. Gotta ride the elevator down.
Yeah, this is the worst outcome. Marco could have finished really early if he didn't skip out on full forest. Like that's just a lose-lose situation if you decide to go fast here, because doing full forest is really slow, but courtyard is fast.
Yep. And of course, the important items were all the way at the end.
Yep.
Yeah, so what actually like gave ZFG all the advantage? Like, obviously it was like the mirror shield and magic that kind of pushed over the edge.
He didn't really. He was actually behind going into adult because Marco had items. Because Marco had more items than ZFG, but ZFG found those 2 items in forest, and Marco skipped forest, and then he basically made the all dungeons plays. So he did full clear Jabu. He
Did Jabu and
more.
he did like he went back to Child and did Jabu, did like Goron City. He did GTG.
Did everything. And he found Hammer and Jabu, which that way the hero was just the Iron Boots in the Gruta Valley Rocks. That was pretty good.
Yeah, and the fact that ZFG basically went and got his scale as soon as he finished doing dungeons helped him a lot. He could have lost a lot of time doing a bunch of other things without finding his scale.
Oh yeah.
The scales, there was one in Darunia Dancing, which both of our runners got, and then there was also one at the front of GTG, which Marco picked up.
Can you repeat what you said, Angel?
I said where the scales were. There was one in Darunia Dancing, which they both got, and then one in GTG, which Marco got.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was ZFG's go mode for the Lake Hylia dive.
Yeah, definitely. That can be really rough.
Yeah, Mark, we're just working on Twin Rover right now. I think this is the... Yeah, this is transform.
Yeah, there's really, I think, nothing in the seed. I think there's nothing Marco could have done after he skipped Forest. I think he was done for. Because no sane person would go back into a dungeon. Unless they're really sure they want to take the time loss from doing so.
Yeah, especially since, like, it wasn't like it's a super dense location that he had left in Forest. It was like even if he had decided to do, like, the courtyards, I don't remember if he did those first, but, like, the items were all in the dregs of Forest. The part that's, like, really kind of slow. So it definitely wouldn't make sense to do that before, like, GTG, before Ice Cavern, before everything else.
Okay.
Whereas, like, think about it, because the other scale was in GTG, almost everywhere ZFG went was going to be successful. Like, if he had done other random overworld stuff or Ice Cavern, that could have wasted time, but...
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying do Ice Cavern, because that made sense with the early Roto's letter, but they were all useless items, so Glitched Rando is very different, logic-wise. Like, Glitched Rando really can mess with your head if you're used to accessible.
Yeah, I was thinking earlier about how this seed would have played out in accessible, and I think it would have been like a really straightforward, easy seed in accessible. I don't remember any items being in that weird of a location, and you would have probably gotten the bomb bag from the start in Gerudo Valley. You probably would have gotten stuff from Forest Temple pretty early.
Yep.
But you'd have to walk everywhere, so, you know, downsides.
Yeah.
So Marco in the castle now, just needs to climb up. See if he can have a clean climb and a fight. Big Oron sword makes this stuff a lot easier. Cleanly gets the Dynalphos.
So hopefully, there is actually a strat you can do with a bomb. You can toss a bomb towards that,
I have never seen someone use light arrows to stun a Stalfos before.
Yep. Oh, that stuns the Stalfos? Didn't know
Or
that.
I think it did damage. I don't know
well,
if it's... Whatever it did, like, I think it did damage because it only took one hit to kill after that.
Yeah. Yep. That figures.
Either way, I've never seen someone do that before. That was impressive. That was a really good Stalfos fight, and then the Iron Knuckles are really simple when you have Big Oron Sword. Just get behind and stab.
Yeah.
It has to really hurt your feet to slide upstairs like that. Marco gets the one cycle Ganondorf. Very nice. Marco not shooting a fire arrow at Ganon to intimidate him. clearly inferior.
So Marco just watching the again cutscene. Hopefully he doesn't die again, and that wouldn't be good. Would be. I don't think I've ever seen a top player actually die again in a very long time.
ATZ died again in a race recently, I think.
That was Dorf, not Ganon.
Oh yeah.
You don't die to either.
Yeah, like it. Dynadorf isn't any better, but. Marco using the hammer. First phase Ganon complete. Master Sword picked up.
Looks like Marco is done. Whoa.
Very clean Ganon fight. GG to Marco.
GG to Marco.
Get his finishing time in a moment. Every seed can sub 3. I think it used to be every seed could sub 4.
Every seed can sub 3.
247. So a difference of. Never mind. Hello, welcome. Congrats on
Hello.
your finishes. Congrats on the win. Congrats on the win, ZFG.
Thanks.
GG, ZFG?
GG's.
Congrats on the win, ZFG1.
Thanks.
So, how do you feel your race went aside from missing the scale?
My first hour was so trash. I thought it was either a terrible seed or my routing was terrible, and I wasn't sure what yet.
Well,
And once I got bombs and then went to forest and got some good stuff in forest, then I felt a lot more confident. Until I couldn't get scale again.
Yeah, the only real useful item within the first like 40 minutes was bomb choose, and that was basically it. There was
Yeah,
nothing.
and I had to like sparingly use my bomb choose so much. I was worried about where to use my bomb choose, what was a good option, what wasn't.
And then you found bomb bag.
Yeah, and then I finally found bomb bag after an hour.
And you skip right past the 10 skull reward. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I think I only had like I had like 8 or 9 skulls in Nightcack, and I was like, I don't feel like collecting skulls and getting 10 reward right now. I'll just come back and get 10 and 20 both later.
Yeah, it was kind of funny to watch for us because I think Marco had just done the 10 skull reward, and you were basically both doing the same thing. And we're like, oh, that's really gonna hurt. And then you went to the waterfall and got a bomb bag there.
Yeah. Okay.
And
Luckily, okay. Yeah, I didn't realize Marco got it like right then. So I guess I didn't get it that much later, so that's not too bad. But yeah, I wish I got bombs earlier. But yeah, other than that, like from the point I got bombs to the point where I like finished forest, it was feeling good, and then I just couldn't find scale forever. I could have done spirit and shadow so much faster if I just got scale.
the 10 skull reward.
Scale
And you
was
were basically both
elusive,
doing the
and I
same
was
thing.
searching for it for like
And
half
we're like,
an hour.
oh, that's really gonna hurt.
And then I
you
got
went
it
to the
now.
waterfall
Done.
and got a bomb bag.
Okay, luckily, okay, yeah.
The chat wants to ask you a question.
What?
Why didn't you do the bell?
I recently decided that I should just stop doing it. Not because I'm bad at dropping onto it. I will defend my consistency at dropping onto the bell 100% of the time. But for some reason, sometimes I roll instead of slide hop, and when that happens, there's no fixing that besides just like not being bad at slide hops. But I'm bad at slide hops, so I'm just done with it.
Okay, well, thanks for answering that question from chat. They definitely appreciate
Yeah,
that.
I'm sorry, chat. I'll find some sort of substitute. Maybe I'll. Huh?
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say maybe I'll walk on the wheel. I did a little bit of that. Might do that in the future.
You also did that jump that gave us all a heart attack.
Yeah. Well, that one's super free.
Oh yeah, another question from chat is why did you shoot fire arrows on Ganondorf?
Okay, that was just a reference to a really old run I did. So like when I was running 100%, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years ago, there was one run where I accidentally shot fire arrows at Ganondorf, and it was really funny. So since I got fire arrows in the final chest that I didn't need to get, I was like, you know what, for the fans, for those
the
that get that
fans.
reference.
At least he didn't die to Dorf.
Yeah, that was nice.
All right.
So I guess Marco. Go ahead.
So Marco, how did you feel you were doing during the seed before Forest Temple?
Yeah. Yeah, before Forest Temple, I thought I was doing okay. Beginning was like dry. We got nothing for like 50 minutes where I got my bomb bag, I think. Oh yeah, the hook shot. Yeah, the hook shot that I got after 50 minutes or something. And then I got the bow, the bombs, the scale, the light arrows, the boomerang. At that point, I was feeling okay because like the 1 hour 10, 1 hour mark, I was missing just magic and mirror shield actually. So I went forest, but I skipped everything just because the hookshot I got was magic locked in logic. So I thought I'm just gonna try to find magic. Uh, and magic it can't be behind the hookshot, but there was another hookshot available actually, so I got screwed by that.
Wait, what do you know where the other hookshot was?
I got my first one in the grave.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
other one was King Zora.
Oh, or like Zorchnik, like getting Zorchnik from
Yeah,
Kizora.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So yeah, when I got that, I realized magic could be in forest. But yeah, I'm really surprised actually that you did that you got the mirror shield early, because that check is so slow to do.
Yeah, that's a check that a lot of the times I want to skip, but I just know that I have to keep telling myself like, don't skip this. It might be important. Like the same with Jabu. Like if I ever go into Jabu, I really want to skip the boomerang check, but I just have to tell myself, don't skip it. It could be important because it's happened before. So
Yeah,
mean-
this time Jabu was way of the hero anyway, so I just did everything there because I had the boomerang.
wait, Jabu was way to her.
Yeah, I got a hint
Oh,
from
so
Garden
I guess
City.
like with in logic.
Yeah, in Logic,
Okay.
there was Hammer there, which led to Iron Boots in Valley, which was useless.
Okay. And see, that's why I love glitch logic. Skipping Jabu.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So Tackle Kids Cancer's mission is to find a cure for pediatric cancer and provide children with the highest level of care possible. Childhood cancer remains the #1 death by disease of children, and Tackle Kids Cancer has been working for over 30 years to find a cure. Please join the fight against pediatric cancer. Make a donation. We'd very much appreciate that. They'd appreciate that. Everyone would appreciate that. And the funds that are raised today will stay at the Children's Cancer Institute at Hackensack Meridian Health. And we have more opportunities where you can donate. We have the Cheese and Simple Flips race coming up very soon at 6 p.m. ET, and we have the Imagine Phil versus Pope Squidward race at 9 ET p.m. And just remember to donate if you enjoy watching. Shameless plug. The speedrunning quiz that's coming up. Please donate. There will be a speedrunning quiz coming soon. All right. Thanks again for watching.
Thanks, everyone. Thanks to the runners.
And thank you to our racers and our commentators, and especially GT Angel, who I had to call in about 7 minutes on 7 minutes notice.
Fine, it was fun.
All right. Thank you again.